Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 6. So Module 6 is the next module for the definition essay, and you will just continue what you worked on in the previous module. The definition essay will have 3 modules for it instead of just 2. And so we're just kind of spending a little bit more time on this one than we did the narrative essay. So the previous module, you learned about definition, you took the quiz, and you also kind of planned out what you were going to do for your essay and posted it on the discussion board so that your peers could respond to you. And then obviously I'll grade it, and I will respond to you personally, not on the discussion board. I will respond in the instructor feedback section for you to let you know if there's any issues with your topic. So then what you're going to do is take that topic and turn that into an outline. So those same ideas that you posted on the discussion board, you can now start to work into an outline. The outline should follow the information in Module 6 readings. There are 2 sections that you can look at in the 2 different books, but the main one that I want you to look at is this chapter in arrangement from the patterns book. And then there's also an example in the definition essay chapter of an outline, but this is more of an informal outline, and I want you to do a formal outline. The formal outline is one where you have that working thesis, and then you do your Roman numerals for your main points. So you should have at least 3 of those. And then each one has some sub points underneath it using letters typically. And then if you have anything beneath that, then you would go back to like Arabic numbers and then lowercase letters and so forth. So that's that formal outline process that you go through, and that's what I'm expecting for this essay. So you're really going to get pretty detailed with this outline. A lot of students will turn their essay into, they really get into a lot of sentences in their outlines, and that's fine. And then some students are, will just have like 1 sentence per idea, and that's fine too. But the more you put in your outline, the more the feedback I can give you, and the more of your essay you have planned out. So just as a reminder, the definition essay, you are not creating an argument. You are defining a concept. It needs to be abstract. It could be a term, it could be a phrase, but it needs to be something that's not physical or concrete or tangible or something like that. So usually the biggest mistake students make early on is picking something that's not an abstract concept. We need something that you can do an extended definition on. So something that maybe has different types of meanings, or different meanings for different people, or different meanings in different places. And so that's really what you're exploring here. A lot of it's going to be providing examples, providing some facts, statistics if you can, expert opinion if you can, and then just kind of going through. So if you're doing like the different types of love, for example, so then you would provide examples of those. Your outline, you're going to create, this is the spot where you'll actually submit it. So these are the criteria that I'm expecting. And then I do have an example if you want to just download the file. Sometimes students will just take my file and write over it, and that's fine. So I did anxiety as my topic, as my abstract concept, because a lot of people feel anxious, but the actually being diagnosed with something is a little bit different. So I went over, so when I organized it, I kind of went from general to specific. So general anxious feelings first, and then how to kind of cope with those. And then the next section or the next paragraph would be about generalized anxiety disorder. That's the most common type of anxiety that's diagnosed. So that's a little bit more narrow or more specific. And then phobias would be the most extreme form of anxiety. So you can kind of see how specific I've gotten. Generally, we want a working thesis, no introduction in an outline, just the thesis, the 3 main points that you're going to cover. So these would be 3 main body paragraphs, and then any sources that you want to include. You don't have a conclusion either. So it's thesis and then the body ideas for the body paragraphs, and then in this case I've got at least one good source that I know I want to use. The other thing to remember is, as you're putting these, these points that you want to cover, you want to try to write as complete of a sentence or complete of a thought as possible. So you can see that some of them I have more than one sentence, and some of them are just kind of thoughts that are complete, but not necessarily a complete sentence. So that's what you're doing for the outline. Once you have that done, turn that in. You can move forward and work on the documentation part of the class. So we've got 2 assignments that you'll end up doing with documentation. The first one is just a quiz. And so these are the readings out of the book that will help you the most to understand MLA. We are dealing with MLA 9th edition style. So if you have had a class before where you used MLA, make sure that your understanding of it is updated. Some instructors are still teaching older versions of MLA, which is, their prerogative, but we are trying to I'm trying to make sure that you have the most recent version because that's what's most likely going to be expected of you in your upper level college classes. So once you're done kind of doing a good review of the readings, go ahead and take the quiz. There's a few more questions than some of our other quizzes. There's a 20-point quiz, but it is one that you can take multiple times. It records their highest score, and it pulls from a pool just like our other quizzes. So just kind of keep that in mind. This will be the first of 2. I think we're doing an MLA assignment for the next essay that just gives you more practice. You are going to be expected to use a source in your definition essay, and so we're trying to get that introduced to you, with those concepts, so that you have a better understanding of what it's going to look like, and that kind of thing. So if you have questions, of course, send me an email. Otherwise, have a great day.